What's happening?
He's got his banana hammock ready.
You're
Mm.
going live on YouTube?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
How
this
can
is
I
real
not?
life?
Yeah. I told you.
Oh, he's doing it.
We're here. Talking about
You need anything from me?
Jarl. We're just going.
It says MST Nationals tier list. Give me a second. You do need me.
Oh,
You
that's
need
true.
me.
I can change it.
I already got it.
Bro. Oh, you already changed
Let's
it?
see. Dude, I'm ahead of you by quite a bit. One sec.
Bro, I'm so excited.
Can you send me the picture so I can make a thumbnail? I'm just gonna make like just put the thumbnail as like that
hold
image
on.
you posted on Twitter.
Oh, the
I was gonna
image I
say-
posted? Yeah, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say we take Jarl and we just put Ed's head on it. For sure.
Okay, hold on. All right, this is going to be the thumbnail. All right, I'm sending this to you, Kyle.
All right.
Easy peasy. All right, we're done with Victor. We're on to Jarl. That's right.
Love it.
Oh, it's so exciting. Oh, it's time. All right, we are live, right?
Yes, we are. I just checked.
Sweet.
Well, we're here.
All right, for those of you who are joining me, looks like it's just one. I thought there would be more people. Is the other live stream still going?
Buddy, you have 20 people. Calm down.
Oh, do I?
It just started 10 seconds ago and there's like random. Why is no one watching?
Hold on. I gotta stop streaming.
Wait, here we
Dude,
are.
he was so excited, dog. He just
It's like it's
he
fine.
pressed that live button so fast.
All right.
So fast.
Is it going now?
I have changed.
I'm getting a lot of
the-
drop frames.
Your internet can't take it either.
I know. It's
Jarl.
rough. Bro, I'm so excited.
I couldn't tell.
I mean, I've updated it, and so you could just be
Carnage
live.
consumed the third age, as the old ones.
I mean,
fed
I think Guardian will get a
upon
face
Wraith.
purgatory,
The
except
old
they
lane
won't draw,
defended
they won't
our
make the opponent
destiny,
discard, and they'll give him a
our
quick
very existence.
A quicken
Yet on
token?
their own, they feared as deeply as their foe.
Do you know how insane that would be with a quicken token? Because then you just go play your like zero cost aura, arsenal something, and then the next turn you just go like.
No, they'll give the
Angle-
opponent and a quick intent.
Oh, I thought you were talking about them. I was like, dog. I was like, chillax over there.
Bro, this guy's so crazy. There's new cards too, right? Yeah, we gotta show
Yes.
those off. All right. So, where's it at? I'm sure it's on Twitter, but whatever. Okay. So, obviously, this guy is bananas. Like, just because he has the ice and the earth text, right? You guys still there?
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah, bananas. So we're over here playing around with some of the options here, and it's just, oh man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. What do you guys think?
It's unforgetting and unforgiving.
That's
I
right.
don't. I'm just
No,
thinking
it's
about.
pretty cool. It's like tutoring cards in Guardian. Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
seems decent. Seems decent.
Yeah. So I wish I had that card. Hold on. Sorry.
So my tinfoil hat theory is Monarch 3 got pushed back to 2026, so they're like, we need to slow down Bolton's LL progress, so let's print this.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, so I got the cards pulled up.
Seem really strong.
Yeah, so the other cards, so both of these are Jarl specs, right? One of them is whenever it enters the battlefield or the arena, because I'm a Magic player, you may put a -1 counter on an equipment, and at the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. Then your next attack this turn gains Dominate. What the heck? So first off, it's a blue Ice Earth block 3, and we just got out of Rosetta, so like more Earth that we can block with, that we can then decompose. Like, oh man, like obviously. And it's blue. It's a 0 cost. There's
Oh my gosh.
oh,
Dude, there's gonna be ice and earth cards in the armory deck, like that are only. Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah.
Wait,
not
isn't
to
there a
mention
card that says like if you have an aura in play, it like does some other
Embolden?
shit?
hold on,
Is
I'm
that what it
googling.
is?
It's
Mhm.
embolden. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like
So,
this is like the cheapest way I think they've ever made for you to turn that on, right? Oh
so
no, it
when it
doesn't
enters
have
the
go again.
battlefield, it does
does have
not
That's
have
the
go again.
downside. It does not have go again. Okay, that's the
Right.
downside.
But
Okay.
the big thing is that you can imposing visage. So you can pay 3, go get it, put it in play immediately, and then attack with your weapon because we assume it's going to be a 3 cost.
Wait, I can show
Okay,
you.
there's actually something very interesting on the product page. If you scroll down past all the pretty pictures and all that, you see the overview.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, okay, release date is November 29th. It's a classic constructed deck. The MSRP is $59.90, which is $20 higher than the last 4 armory decks.
Uh-huh.
So
So this indicates there might be a sideboard or
There's 1 legendary equipment.
Ooh.
That's why. And 23
okay.
Majestics.
That's why it's okay.
Wait,
well that solves that. I
Yep.
was like, why is this thing $60 instead of 40?
There's a legendary and
okay.
23 Majestics in it.
So this thing is juiced.
Yeah. So constructed deck plus hero,
You
weapon,
thought Dash
token,
Auto
and
deck
equipment
was
cards.
good.
What do we think the token is? Surge?
Surge.
It's gotta be Surge, right? Yeah.
I'm
Think-
really hoping that he can somehow play tech plating efficiently because I really hate Tunic and Guardian.
Oh, I love Tunic. Tunic's so
I
So
know.
If I
know.
had to guess, they will make the legendary a legs piece, so it'll sell to all the Bravos and
Could you imagine?
Victors in the world.
Josh, could you imagine printing cold foil? Was it the Civic Steps as judge promos, and then release the legendary 2 months later?
All right. Pause.
Oh my
Pause for a
God.
second. So Mansant made a good point. It's like Winter's Well is not playable. That LL'd with Oldham, right? We all know that. We've been talking about that just a little bit, but for stream's sake. So that's not available. He said, are we going to use the 2-handed weapon if it ends up being a 2-handed weapon? Or are we going to go to Stalagmite just because we know how powerful Stalagmite is in general, especially against those go wide decks, right? So that's the thing, is like there's so many theories we won't know until we get closer to time, or they might not even tell us until the release of the deck itself, right? But I mean, the weapon, I hope it's a 1-handed weapon. It's just like a generic hammer, effectively, like a majestic hammer. That maybe there's a legendary weapon. Is that a thing? Have we ever had a legendary weapon?
Offhand, Rampart is the closest we've had.
Right. Yeah, so probably not. But either way, if it's like just a normal hammer with like a crush effect, because Nathan came up with this, if it's like crush effect mangle, that would be so nuts. It'd be so nuts.
And it would be a new way to force your opponent to block, which would be nice.
Yeah, Mansen says we feel like we're definitely getting the weapon from the art, which would make sense to me. The glaive that's from the Mangle art here. So it would make sense for this to be the weapon, and it looks like a 2-handed weapon, right? Now he's holding it with one hand,
weapon.
but it has to be a 2-handed weapon.
Yeah,
right?
because he doesn't have a shield. Yeah.
Right. So that's likely the case. So if the weapon is very good for his playstyle, which seems to be armor disruption, right? Then obviously we're going to be playing that, not Stalagmite. But who's to say that we don't have that in sideboard for some of these go wide decks that we want to be like just more disruptive against anyway, and we don't care about blowing up their armor because they're going to do it for us, right?
I mean, yes and no, right? Because like, I think that the sideboarding will be dictated on like how quickly you want to chew through their armor. The more aggressive they are, the quicker you. So you can start giving frostbites, right? Like that's
right.
That's what you're trying to do. I don't think Stalagmite's like enough if they're just never blocking with their armor.
Sure.
So I think the sideboarding would just be like how much of a priority is eating through their armor,
right?
And then go off of that. to give you a hero ability.
The weapon is an axe. You won't be able to pummel it. That somebody does. It's like a glaive, right? So I'm reading some of the chat. So it's like a glaive. What if it doesn't work with pummel?
Righteous cleansing is not homeboy, right?
It is.
It's part of him. It's part of him. Yeah. So like, it's basically confirmed that I think that is Jarl Vetreidi in all of these. Like in the pulverized art, that's Jarl Vetreidi. In what was it? Righteous cleansing?
Because righteous cleansing, bro, that's a hammer, bro.
That's a hammer. That's true. And if it's the same person, the weapon in the pulverized art is also a hammer, right? And then Never Yield, for those of you who want to see what this guy looks like without his hat on, that's what he looks like.
The helmets are different, though.
They are different.
Yeah.
But
isn't it him also on buckle?
I don't think he's on buckle, but we can look.
He's got that like little red cape on.
It could be him. Yep. I guess it makes sense, right? That might be another card that we want to play in here because that makes sense. It blows up equipment, right? You can just have this, but this is kind of like where I've landed, at least for the most part. Like just base. There's going to be some other cards that we want to put in here, but you're going to see some like very weird cards, like Sigil of Sanctuary. This is not Sigil of Sanctuary for all intents and purposes. This is the new aura, and what I would be getting off of Imposing Visage, which is this card here. There's a battlefield. You put a -1 counter on equipment. Beginning of your next action phase, destroy this, and you get Dominate on your next thing, right? So that's what that card is. And then Test of Strength is the block card, which if you haven't seen the block card and all of its text notes behind this card, but somebody was able to pull those away because they're separate image files on the web URL. Whenever you block with this, what was the text? Did they have a -1 counter or something?
Yeah, if they have a -1, you get to tutor Mangle and you can play next turn.
Yeah. So that's also crazy. So if you think about that, yeah, here it is. So if they control if the attacking hero controls an equipment -1, you may search your deck for a Mangle, banish it, then shuffle. You may play it during your next action phase. So this is effectively a 1-card 7 because you're tutoring the card, especially if you have a tunic counter. You just get to play the card. Just like so crazy. Man. So
you're not going to have the tunic counter in the mirror because you're going to be blowing up each other's tunics.
You're so right. You're so right.
Enjoy your 65-minute game.
I know. So that's more reason to hope that the weapon is a 3 cost. But I could definitely see if it is the 2-handed weapon, which it seems like it might be. It would be something along the lines of Sledge, where it'd be a 4-cost weapon, right? So you actually have to like really invest in doing the thing. But if it's a 4-cost, you know the ability is going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely bonkers, like for his playstyle. It's got to be, right? But yeah, Hard Advice, we get access to all of these cards that we've been missing, that we've been begging for in this meta. The new Dio Supremacy meta. Like, you know, a little card here, right here. Let me show you a card. This card right here, Channel the Bleak Expanse. If this card and Dio is still around, this card is going to be absolutely nuts too.
That's crazy.
It's going to be so crazy. And you get to play this. You're pitching an ice, and if you're able to get a little more of your earth count higher with cards that are worth it, because we know this new card, the new aura, is going to be earth ice, then we're going to be able to go like channel into Plowender. Like, who doesn't want to do that? Oh man.
I think it's nuts that like when I saw the hero, I was just thinking about the Tales of Aria cards, and then I just had to remember that Rosetta existed. I was like, oh gosh, this is a lot different than I expected.
So we went back and forth, right? It was we saw the hero. It was just like, oh, you get to play Oakenold, you get to play Hypothermia, Channel Lake Friction, boom, boom, boom. And then like there was a brief moment where we were like, oh wait, Rosetta just came out. Oh wait, we get Felling of the Crown, maybe? Oh my gosh. It's just like, there's so many tools. So even if he didn't have the text that he has, the hero would have one of the best toolkits, period. Right? But Colossal Bearing be good in Jarl. I don't know. I get those mixed up all the time. Colossal Bearing. So tower 13 or more. When it hits 0, destroy equipment they control with 1 or less. It could be we need more aura pumping, right? So they've been making this archetype in Guardian for a long time. That has been aura centric, but no deck has been able to utilize these auras like to its fullest extent. So theoretically, we could play something like Colossal Bearing, and then we have some of these other auras, like the Earth ones, or I guess it's Elemental technically. No, actually, it's just Guardian. So like Earthlore Empowerment that gives just +5. This might be an archetype that he leans into, and we could definitely see that based on whatever the equipment is, the legendary equipment or the weapon itself, right? So, and this card is an on hit as opposed to a Crush Effect, right? And we all know that Crush Effect has been lackluster in recent years. We need to be able to like give Dominate and pump up just to be able to kind of guarantee those things to happen, which it seems like we're going to with that new aura, right? This new Crumble to Eternity. There is a lot of work to do. And the Guardian pack also comes out this upcoming year. Or is it this year? Does it come out in the end of this year?
Yes, it comes out November 29th.
The Guardian pack comes out November 29th?
Oh, sorry, Guardian pack. No, that comes out March of next year.
Okay, March of next year. Yeah. So we're going to get all these tools. We're going to be able to utilize all the things that we love about Oldhim. Well, you know, I love about Oldhim. Some of you people might have some battle scars and some PTSD about Oldhim. But another thing, Oakenold. This is not Oldhim spec. It's not. We're going to be Oakenolding some people into the dirt. I'm pretty happy that he doesn't look like an Overwatch Fortnite like the Reasons. Seems pretty good. Yeah, exactly. So one thing too that we're assuming when it comes to the ability of Jarl itself, right, is it's probably just easier to do it here. So here, so as you guys can see, whenever you play an ice card, create a frostbite token in an opponent's exposed head, chest, arms, or leg zone. A zone is exposed if there's nothing in it, or equipped to it. So what that means to me, and I could be wrong, is when their armor is destroyed, the first one, let's say they crack their Snapdragon Scalers, right? I think you already went over this, Taylor. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Crack your Snapdragon. Maybe, I don't know if it was on stream, so I'll reiterate it. So crack your Snapdragon Scalers. They have an open space. They're trying to push over the edge, right? Then whenever you play an ice card, boom, frostbite. Then if they have 2 exposed, 2 frostbites. They have 3 exposed, 3 frostbites, so on and so forth. So if you can break all this armor really early, and you have consistent ways to do that, it might be good against aggro too. Oh, also Blizzard. How did I forget Blizzard in this deck?
Blizzard literally will have the Icelander text on it as soon as they break any equipment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Blizzard is insane.
Yeah, Blizzard is like the standout card here because it's going to be a 0 for 3 on their turn then.
Sorry, I don't know what that noise was. My bad.
What was that?
We know what it was. It's okay.
My bad.
Buckling Blow is going to be cool. That's going to be a cool card.
Buckling Blow?
Yeah. Anything
so
with
$10 again.
It is.
It just was $1.50. Now it's $10 on
Which card?
Blizzard.
Blizzard, yeah. Oh yeah, that card.
Yeah.
Some money.
3 in the sideboard. I'll be surprised main board.
So there was a brief time that Bravo did this thing where it was during Lexi meta where they were like, I'm going to play a Buckle and I'm going to play a Buckling Blow, and my whole goal is to blow up your New Horizons. And if you do that, it's pretty easy to fatigue them. So we might be able to inherently do that combo in this style of deck as well. We're starting to run out of deck space. though, to be honest. Like, the deck, there's so many cards that you could play, which is a great thing, right? Like, many different ways to build these heroes and kind of tune it to whatever the meta is like. Like, oh man. So, reading some of the comments. There's a lot of people watching. Appreciate you guys joining to talk all Guardian things. Let's see.
I think Guardian's kind of getting the assassin situation.
It might be.
Where you like build, because like I can see a lot of different things like earth form, focus on embodiment. You can actually sigil of earth to create embodiments, and then you go aura package where you play a lot of auras and you like this hyper defensive embodiment block for everything. Oh, you're gonna take a turn off to set up. Okay, I'll just play this aura to pump like a spinal or something, and like I could see something like that.
Sure. Single frostbite, even they had 2 open zones. Wait, okay. So Clark said, wouldn't it be create only a single frostbite, even if they had 2 open zones? Let me clarify that real quick, because that's a good point.
I think it is.
Yeah,
just
it's just one. It's just one. Okay, I thought it was multiple. I thought it was just absolutely bananas. My bad. It's just good. My bad. See, honestly, you only got to do it once, and then like your blizzards are broken.
I mean,
winter spite.
We can always play 2 ice cards.
That's true. Go winter spite into hypothermia.
You can't double down on the same spot. So once the frostbite fills that slot, it's no longer empty. Therefore,
right. Yeah. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about, just real briefly, is what cards should you guys be like interested in getting? Okay, so luckily for me, because I've been playing Guardian for like ever since Tales of Aria first came out, I have almost every first ed foil ever. So I'm just like good. I'm getting rewarded for my commitment to the class, right? But the cards that I think you guys should really look into, obviously, is going to be Oakenold. If you don't have your Oakenolds, it's time to go. This card, insane. I think Pulverize, it might be a card that you want to be looking into as well. I'm not so sure. They're not much. You might as well pick up some of those. Obviously, your generic staples that you're going to be having. So
well, his hero deck is coming with 23 Majestics. I bet you 3 of those are Pulverized.
Well, it's possible. I don't know. It could be 2. So, like, hey, actually, that's a good point, Will, because it says 23 Majestics. It would make sense if they had 3 of copies of everything, up to 7 copies, right? And then 2 for Pulverize, maybe. That could be something, or maybe those are the equipment slots. Like, who's to know?
Red buckle. Let's go. Come on,
Red buckle?
Everybody. Let's pray.
Red Terra Sunder? Yeah. So, yeah, Terra Sunder. All of these generic staples that have been Guardian forever. Red Boulder Drop. Oh, that's another card. If they come out with Red Boulder Drop,
don't you do? No, that's going to be in March in the Master. I guarantee you. That seems like the perfect
that would
card.
Be the perfect spot, right? For some Boulder Drops.
Oh,
this card is great. So anyway, but the other cards that I think you guys should really focus in on that might not be readily apparent, it should be, but Exposed to the Elements, Earth and or Ice Fuse, so you can just destroy equipment at instant speed. When your opponent overextends, they have 0, and you've been putting -1 counters on all other things, just blow it up, and now your ability is turned on, right? Now, anytime you play an Ice card, you're going to give them Frostbite. You're going to make their life a lot harder, right? So, Expose the Elements, Channel a Frigid, Blizzards. Blizzards are going to be big. I think Imposing Visage is one that people aren't talking about enough. I think this card will probably be more than playable. So it's a non-attack, which is something important. So there's a way to decompose and play Barkskin of the Millennium Tree. That's a card that's going to be very premium in this deck because it's going to become a 4 block when you might not be playing as many defense reactions that an inherent guardian would be, like of the olden days where you're playing your sink belows, your paper scenes, and all that kind of stuff. You might only play sink below and then your block card. So this can be your extra copies of sink below depending on the matchup, right? So yeah, I mean, everything else is rares or commons, so those should be pretty easy to find. But yeah, out of those Majestics, those are going to be big. And I know on TCG Player, I just looked up Mangle. Mangle went from like a 50-cent Majestic all the way to $10 immediately.
Which makes no sense though, because you would expect that card to be in the deck in which there's a card that says the word Mangle.
Oh yeah, I'm selling my Mangles. I'm pretty sure you get a play set in the new deck.
You have to.
So I have first ed foils, so I'm going to keep those. But yes, if you have
it has
like
to be in the
generic...
deck because the
you
not
tutor
have any
it.
text. Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
don't buy Mangles, everybody. Don't buy them.
please. Buy Buckles.
Hamal says new legendary legs probably though. Yeah, we need an upgrade to these civic steps. I love giving my opponent benefit whenever I block. That's super cool.
Legs or leg arms?
Either one, buddy. Either one. But
Nathan, I got the joke. It's okay.
How come people like these rune blades and all these other things like brute? You get Scowling Flesh Bag, which is broken. You get like, Face Purgatory, the newest like busted equipment, and then Guardians over here just lacking. We don't even have a good head spot. Yeah, the deck is going to be $60. That is a downside, but like Paneros is saying, it's going to have legendary Majestics. It's going to have 23 Majestics. Whatever the weapon is going to be, it might be a Majestic as well. Or it could be like a rare Jarl Vetreidi spec, right? That would make sense to me as well. So, yeah, there's
what do armors cost now? Armory decks?
I think they're like 30 or 40.
It's 40.
40, so it's $20 more.
Right. But you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, it seems like. So we could probably do a comparison.
I mean, nobody would be complaining about the KO deck being $60 if it came with 3 Bloater Spells, right? And 3 Swing Bigs. Like nobody would bat an eye. Except for the people who already own those cards.
Right.
You can't have the Bolton deck be $60 though. We know why.
I can live with an extra $20.
Yeah, it doesn't even say in the KO deck on their release page. It just says 60 card deck plus hero weapon equipment. But we know for a fact there wasn't a legendary inside that. So that's already a big thing. I think all the decompose you need is Felling, Plow Under, and Rootbound Carapace. But then question becomes about Earth card density. That's true. That's true. Yeah. We were talking about my alt art Channel Lake Bridges the other day. Like literally yesterday. Those are going to go up. Investment. Stonks. So. Yeah. I'm excited. It's going to be a good time. So, yeah, to go back to that comment though, how many Earth cards are we thinking that like Felling is even a staple in the deck? That's an interesting question, right?
The card is so inherently strong compared to every card around it. It probably will incentivize you to play maybe Blue Autumn's Touch, maybe Carapace,
right?
Plow, and what's like the other good Earth card that you could play that's like not punishing? Probably, I think I saw on your list.
It'd be Summer's Fall.
Yeah, Blue Summer's Fall, and then maybe like a red in the sideboard or something.
Sure.
Is that enough to actually keep? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Helmet has to be legendary. I like that comment in chat.
You definitely play Oakenhold, right?
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
Oh, the Oakenhold, yeah. People are gonna. So what's really funny is gonna be like a lot of the newer players probably forgot what that card is like, or have never even seen that card been played. Because I play against a lot of people that never played against Oldham at my like locals, and then going to read that card for the first time on November 29th, and just start screaming, "Why is this not an Oldham spec?" I'm like, join the club.
For real. Yeah, this card is literally just better Felling whenever you pull it off, right? They're like in every capacity almost. Yeah, you can interact with it technically, but like 9 dominate's really hard to deal with, especially when you're playing a hero that's blowing up your armor, right? So
Oakenold's so good that somebody got hit with it and got banned.
That's
Shut
true.
up! Shut
That's true.
up!
Oh my god.
Nothing to do with the card text. Everything to do with cheating. But
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, that's an interesting thought though. Is like Felling is such an inherently strong card, but the thing is, like, for you to get the max value out of it is at base value for your first decompose, it's only a 2-card 7. Now it's disrupting your opponent, which is probably worth a little bit more. But if you can't fill in the extra earth to be consistent, like this card, it might not make the cut. Especially if you're playing these auras that are specific to these guardian attacks, right? Like this isn't a guardian attack, it's an earth attack. So yeah, fruits could be another one. That's another one I was thinking about as well. I didn't actually put it in here, but yeah, fruits could definitely be just an extra card for filler.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I have 4 in there. Don't worry about it.
By the way, Altar Channel Lake Frigids went up to $360.
That's it? Sweet.
That's it, yeah.
All right, let's look at these crazy price spikes just out of nowhere.
Obviously, things will go way down.
Oh, out of nowhere, he says.
Altar Channel Lake Frigids on TCG Player are $358.
That's insane. But yet, Felling the Crown hasn't spiked at all. That's
dude. They aren't thinking. They're not
I know.
using their dome.
Like Guardian cards used to say hit, and now it just says put that card from your hand on the bottom.
Oh, dude, Sam. You know, I might not need to be complaining about my boots anymore. You're right. We got well grounded, possibly. If we can consistently get some decompose out.
That's kind of hot, actually.
That's true. That's
kind of hot.
So you got to play. If you're playing these cards, you got to have a root bound. Let's see how many cards we can get in our deck. It's at this point, it's 89. 89, like realistically very playable cards. And again, for those that are coming in, no, this card is not real. No, this card, where'd it go? Test of strength. Did I leave it? Oh, not real. These are the new cards. These are the specs for that, right? So, this one's not playable, but the rest are like probably playable. Maybe not that one. So we got 92 like super playable cards in this class, and I know I'm missing some more. Some other ones. What about Rampart? Do we think that card will come back?
Okay, so there's a really cool interaction with Rampart. So if you pay 1 into it, and then you have 2 floating, and then you can count your blessings. Yeah, that's an interaction that
I hate that. I don't want that to be the answer. Okay, other than that. No, yeah, it's got to be a hat, right? Like at this point, what we're seeing here, we have so many good options for every other piece of armor. Like the hat would make the most sense because everybody has a spec hat except us. Everybody has a spec hat.
It has to be his helmet. Like that's the most iconic thing about him.
Exactly. Yeah. I have the. I think I have this on the wall. Like it's stuck there. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys how much of a fan I am. You ready? Hold on. So this is my signed Mangle like canvas from Pro Tour 1, Federico Musetti. And then I got the pulverized mat or the pulverized poster over there, and I think I have Oldham somewhere. No, he's gone. But yeah, anyway, so
oh my god, I didn't know you had that. Holy crap.
We're a believer. We're here. We've been waiting forever. The entire time.
I can't wait for Ed to rip his shirt open. He's got the tattoo of Jarl on his chest.
That's right. Man.
If we get 200 people in here, Ed's ripping his shirt off to show his tattoo.
That's right. All 0 of my tattoos. Nothing against tattoos. I just don't have any. But if I were to get one, it'd be him. It'd get like a sleeve of Jarl just all the way down. He's so cool.
All right. Change it up. 200 people. He's getting a tattoo.
All right, fine. Just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Said,
I will eventually.
I would have made it
probably.
happen. I would have.
I kind of do want to get a tattoo at some point, but it'll be down the road. Down the road. So we should play Illuvian Constellus in this deck, right? Just kidding.
Oh God! Somebody said CYP Jarl. All right, everybody. That's the conclusion of this.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to end it there. That's it. Well, I think we kind of like talked about the majority of what we wanted to talk about anyway. So it's on this product sheet. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Can we see anything here that's like super spicy? They need to put more of like what's in here on these other decks, because I would like to do a comparison. But like, I'm probably gonna get one of these just to have sealed on my like shelf, the background for the streams and stuff like that. Would be so good. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a little bit more show and tell. You guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. Bring up a topic.
How did everyone
to
do for
the
best?
Also, shout out to the whoever designed the box, making the V look like the horns on his helmet. Pretty dope.
Keep going.
Keep going, he says.
Keep
Who's going to London?
London.
These are just a few, chat. These are just a few. I got a lot of play mats just sitting around. Yeah, I recommend my card guys go tune into the stream and check this out too. It's pretty cool. I'm proud of it. All right, so here we go. We'll start with the least cool to the coolest, I guess. I guess some of them. I'm gonna use that as a pun real quick. Hold on. All right, so we got Oak and Old ready to go. I'm gonna play every single one of these mats with him. Don't worry. Oak and Old, right here. Okay. Next. Can't play this, but we can play on it. Winner as well. Little battle hardened mat action, right? Okay, we got my original Showtime mat right here.
Wow.
Just ready to go. Yeah, that one's pricey. That one's cool. This one has gotten pricier, but this one's probably my favorite. So the original Crucible Mangle mat right there. I gotta play on that, right? It is literally Christmas for me. Then this one is probably the most rare that I have. I think there's about 10 in existence. This is from Pro Tour 1. Original pulverized mat signed by Musetti with actual zones. The Everfest. Let's see. Where's the signature? See the signature at the bottom there?
I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's up there. There's Musetti. Then I even supported Musetti. Second hand, and we got the pulverized and mangled dude in the back, also signed. Super cool stuff. I also got some other mats too. I got like the Starvo mats and stuff, but these are the more relevant to this situation. So that is Ed Show and Tell. I'm gonna win me another one of these trophies with Jarl Vetreidi. Mark my words. It's gonna happen. Pro Tour London. I'll just say it now. I'm the champion. That's all there is to it. Well, at least I'm gonna give you guys a fight for it. What?
And is there any reason for me to go to London if you're going?
No, not at all. You might as well just not.
Okay.
I guess you could top 8 with me. Well, you'll have you'll have the team deck list, right? You'll have the team deck list. So you will also be in top 8 with me. So
okay, sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, of course. So
Man,
yeah, you guys
there are bonuses to being a card guy.
That's
what the
right.
heck?
That's right. Well, you guys stick around. Right now I'm in the middle of a move. That's why you see a ladder in the background here. But whenever I am moved into the new house, we're going to get back into the streaming situation. Going to probably keep playing some Earth Heroes until we can get the real Earth Hero, Jarl Vetreidi. All right, any of you guys have some closing things you want to say? Buy your channel, Bleak Expanses, spike those. Is that what you want? No, that's what
I recommend everybody to buy some copies of Visit the Golden Anvil. because Olympia is the only hero in the game that can re-equip his equipment, basically negating his whole hero ability. So look out for that.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's the solution.
That is the big brain solution. LSS planted the seeds before, and we're just realizing them now.
Yep.
Beautiful design.
Olympia. That's it.
You heard it here. Olympia.
He's the counter. He's the
not
counter.
F tier anymore.
Equipment that doesn't have a defense value, like Null Rune, you can't give it a -1 counter.
Correct.
So you can never
no,
blow it up.
you can give it a -1 counter, right?
You can.
I don't think you can.
I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can, because you can blow up somebody's Null Rune. I remember that.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, you could expose it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Oh no,
Well,
that's because it's a 0 cost. Hold on.
Yeah,
I think you can just put it on there, and it's a -1 counter. It just doesn't have any block value anyway. But I think you can blow it up.
Well, shit fire.
Yeah, all right. We're going to conclude there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, all 175 of you. This was a great preemptive stream. Look forward to all the coming Guardian content in my excited face.